Hello there. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Jasper to create a case study. So let's jump in to Jasper and let me show you how to create a case study using AI. All right, so what you see here is the recipe that I've built for you. And I'm going to put this in your recipe book, obviously. Now, there is a little groundwork that you need to perform in order to properly do a case study. Obviously, Jasper's not going to be able to use artificial intelligence to read your mind. You're going to have to give him some information regarding the case study, the client, the product and service, the challenges, the results. But I've written it all out here, and that's what we're going to use. So this is the actual formula. So let me go through the formula with you, and then we'll create a case study together so you see how this actually works. Because there are some pieces that are kind of like we do the whole thing and then we're going to do the top part, but we're going to do it at the bottom and then move it to the top. It'll all make sense once we're done. All right, so the first section here is write a list of bullet points basically describing your case subjects, the case study subject. So I already have a document where I did this, and I'm just going to cut and paste this part of our formula into a new document. So let's start a new document, and we're going to throw that in here. And also, I want you to put the case study, just put case study as the tone of voice, okay? So again, write a list of bullets describing your case study subject. So the client, I just put client with a little colon. You should probably do the same, is Kerwin Rae, Australian businessman, author, and coach. High ticket sales program in Sydney, Australia. The program we're selling is called Nail It and Scale It. And it gives a very brief what is Nail It and Scale It, and then the starting price point. And then what we're going to do is the boss mode command. So whatever you want to write here, definitely you want to really put in here what it is that was happening before you came on board, essentially. Who is the client? This would be your client, the case study subject, the person you're examining. Who are they? What do they do in the realm of your case study? And if it was a program, if it was a service or a product or something specific, go ahead and write a little bit about that. And then our command is write a biography about who the client is and what they do using the information above. All right, so we're going to do command return. All right, and it just kind of gave us a little summary. We can always continue to write a little compose here, and I'll go ahead and keep doing it. I like a nice hefty case study. All right, so Jasper is done at this point. Obviously, read through all this, make sure it looks good to you. For now, I'm good with this. We're going to go back to our recipe. Now, the next section we're going to do is write a list of goals or challenges that they, the client, was having before they hired you. And again, I've already written mine out just to save us time. So I'm going to copy and paste that. It's exactly the same as the recipe. I just put my bullet points. So you'll notice I'm not putting those 3 asterisks like I normally do between each one of these. That's because I want Jasper to be able to pull information from above. If you're finding that it's doing that repetitive thing, again, you can always do those 3 asterisks to break up your context. All right, so here we do write a list of goals and challenges. All right, so they had a high ticket sales, typically higher sales cycle. They wanted to shorten the sales cycle. They wanted to spend less time qualifying people on the phone, more time getting people who are already qualified. And then it talks about how if they are qualified, we'd want to send them to a complimentary discovery call. So we'd want them to go and automatically set up a sales call. So we're going to use this here. Write about the goals and challenges the client was facing prior to hiring. This is your company, prior to hiring your company. So we're going to fill in the blank here. My company is Stellar Media Marketing, and command return. So you see here, before hiring Stellar Media Marketing, they were struggling to achieve high ticket sales. I know that they weren't necessarily struggling, but I'm going to say in the time frame they wanted. The typical sales cycle for a high ticket product is much longer than the lower price products, and as a result, many clients were not able to close sales. Let's see. Additionally, Rae's clients wanted to better segment their list and spend less time. Okay, so we're going to say additionally, Rae's sales team, because it wasn't his clients. Again, this is why we want to read this. Wanted to better segment their list and less time qualifying. And then we'll hit compose one more time just to see if anything else comes out. It looks like we're there. All right, so now we're going to go to the next section, back to our recipe. The next section is to list out the advantages of using our product or service. We're not going to jump into how the client used it yet or what happened, but we want to talk about the advantages of our services they were going to use. So I went ahead and did that. So list out the advantages right here, plus our command. and I'll put it in our document. All right, so I wrote out, basically I offered them a chat, they built a chatbot. And so I want to talk about kind of the different things that are benefits of chatbots. Now, I could just use boss mode to say, list the benefits of chatbots, and he could do this themselves, but there's certain points that I want to focus on. So write about the benefits of product and service. We're going to call this chat automation and command return. Again, we're going to keep composing because it's not done. And one more time just to make sure, and it's done. Okay, so that part is done. We're going to go to the next step. So we just did our list our advantages. We're going to go to list out how the client uses our product and service. So that's our next section. And again, I just already wrote out my bullet points to save us time, but the recipe is the same. So we'll paste that here and then write about the solutions company offered. So I am the company, Stellar Media Marketing offered. We're going to say instead of the client, I'm going to swap that out to when Ray and his team, and why using the information above. And then we're going to command return for our boss mode command and continue to compose. It's still going. And let's do one more just to make sure. And it looks like it's done. All right, so let's continue on our recipe. So let's see, we just did the advantages of using our products and then how they used it. And then we're going to do list the results and the timeline. So here's my list the results and the timeline plus my command. All right, so we'll paste that right there. And then, so I have 2 weeks of running messenger ads, what happened, and then here's my command, write about the impact, their use of, let's write chat marketing or chat automation had on their, we're gonna say business, say marketing, bottom line, whatever you wanna do, by using the information above, command return. So I can see already, I don't like the way that worked out because it's not actually pulling the information that I wanted them to pull. So we're gonna generate that one more time. And this time, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to go ahead and do it with the asterisk. Sometimes you don't have to do with the asterisks or not. You got to play around with it like I've told you before. All right, write about the impact when Ray saw because of Stellar Media Marketing and the use of chat marketing. All right, we're going to go with that. Command return. So sometimes you have to finagle it a little bit. I'm going to take this part out. The results were amazing. Great. Let's keep going. All right. It's going to keep going here, but I'm not going to let it because I have another formula for that. All right. So now we're going to go back to our recipe. It's going to tell us clean up the document. So what that means is we're going to take all the recipe stuff out. Okay. So we're going to write, this is going to be our conclusion and results. Actually, this is results. That's number 2. This is solutions. That's number 2. We could take this out. This is going to be, we'll put this under solutions as well. So cut and paste this here. We're just cleaning up the document. No big deal. I think I didn't make that the right one. Oh, it is. Okay. Write a list of goals. So we're going to do goals and challenges. Take this out. And then this is going to be our introduction. All right. So we have here basically our case study, but we're not done. So we've cleaned up our document. Add whatever you want. Sometimes I'll go in here and I'll like to put challenges and goal. I might put like actual bulleted and then get into it. So it's really a scannable document. We really want to make our case studies very scannable. All right. So it says clean up the document. We just did that. Now we're going to use this command, write a closing paragraph for the above case studies. We're going to go back to our case study, go down to the bottom and use that command. With the help of the team at Stellar Media Marketing, we're able to achieve rapid growth and profit by implementing chat automation. This allowed them to save time, close more sales, and better segment their list. Additionally, chatbots have made recommendations for other resources. Okay, so it's going to keep going. And you notice I've already made a couple changes just that were necessary. And then I am actually going to make that a different paragraph, and we're going to continue here. All right, so that's great. Now we're going to go back, and we're going to get this last part, put it at the very bottom again. And I'm going to write out. So I'm literally writing this out. We're going to take out, write out. And it says, in this case study, you will learn how Kerwin Ray, and then you don't have to write anything else. In this case study, you will learn how Kerwin Ray, and then compose. That's it. Because what it's going to do is it's going to pull everything from the top, and it's going to write our summary. And we are actually we're going to take this part out here. And we're going to take this out, put this at the very top as our summary, our beginning, All right, and that's it. Your case study is done. Now, all you need to do is add any charts, any graphics, imagery. If you want to add some bullet points, make it very scannable, and you can clean it up, make the paragraphs look nice, put it into a nice document in Canva. But that's the formula that you can use to create a case study. So go out there and create those great case studies that you can use to land more sales.